Quickley has the ball. We have a screen set by Obi. And watch what happens. Look how many defenders Quickley draws to him because he has that ability to shoot. This is not something you see when you see the pick and roll run with DSJ. You don't see this when the pick and roll is one with Frank Nitti too often. They are typically much softer in their defense. But here you see 3 Piston defenders attacking the ball carrier. And what that's going to do is it's going to leave Obi open on the ring. And this is going to give Obi a wide open shot in the little pick and pop. Hey, what's going on? Quis here from Sports Vibes TV. And in this video, I just want to review some film on Emmanuel Quickley. Now, this is going to be Quickley's first preseason game. And I just want to show you guys why Tibbs needs to start playing Quickley more often. He needs to start giving him more minutes. When you put Quickley on the floor, the offense looks completely different. The spacing is completely different. When you have a three-point shooter that is that deadly or that efficient, the defense has to react. And I'm going to show you 5 different plays where Quickley's presence on the floor just greatly impacts the other players on the court's ability to score. So let's start with the first play. So we can see in this play, it all starts with an Obi Toppin pick just to free him up. Now, as the play continues, we're going to see that Obi's defender is going to have to step up in order to stop any kind of penetration. And what this does, it gives RJ a lot of space to attack the paint. Look how much space he has to get into the paint and attack the defense. RJ, like I've been saying, needs shooters on the court in order to make his game a lot easier, because he needs those driving lanes in order to get to the basket. RJ is not really the type of player that's going to be breaking people down off the dribble. You know, he has the ability to do it in spurts, but that's not really his game. His game is being able to attack the basket with certain angles, or to use his ability to get that quick step, that first step, and seal off the defender as he attacks the basket, which you'll see him do now. Now, because Quickley is such a good three-point shooter, you're going to see the defender be out of position and unable to rotate. And you can also see this is the same zone coverage that the Pistons were employing, and the Knicks were having some kind of difficulty trying to get some points out of it. So let's watch. Now, when RJ attacks the lane, he is not only looking to score, but he's also looking to facilitate. And a lot of people say they want RJ to operate more so as a facilitator. And I believe this is how we're going to see RJ act as the facilitator. He's going to attack the basket. He's going to break down the defense, force them to adjust, force them to collapse and try to protect the paint. And once the defense does that, you're going to see he's able to find Mitch for a very easy basket. And Quickley isn't, too directly involved in this play, but him just being on the court, just the spacing is night and day when you compare it to the starting lineup and some of the second unit lineups that Tibbs has been going with. So now let's get into the second play. So in this play, you're going to see Quickley get the ball. You're going to see 2 screens. You're going to see Toppin set a screen, and you're also going to see Mitchell Robinson set a screen. We're going to have RJ and Frank Nitti run around the screens, and it looks like Quickley can go either or. So he's going to decide to go to RJ. When he goes to RJ, because the defender's rotating over, it gives RJ the ability to attack the basket. And what we're going to see happen also is Obi is going to fade out to the 3-point line and potentially take a shot, or be open to take a shot. And the defense is going to have to react. Look at Killian Hayes. He's going to have to close out and try to stop Obi from shooting the 3. So when that happens, Obi finds the open man, which is Quickley, and you're going to see Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin is going to have to close out with a different type of effort that he would if he were trying to close out against a Frank Nitti or DSJ. He's really going to have to hustle to try to run Quickley off the 3-point line. They don't want Quickley shooting a three. You know, based on what he did in college, he looks like he's probably the best 3-point shooter on the team. So he's the last person you want shooting the three. So you're going to see Blake close out, run Quickley off the 3-point line, and this is going to open things up for the Knicks offense. Now watch. You're going to see the defender try to come over and cut Quickley off, but he can't because Obi still has the ability to shoot. So yes, Quickley misses, but because they're playing this zone, the defense is out of position to grab a rebound. So even though Quickley missed, because the defense had to rotate and they were unable to get set up, in correct position, this allows Quickley to get into the paint. He misses the floater, but there's nobody there to box him out, so he's able to secure the rebound and get the easy bucket. And like I said, this all starts from Quickley being able to force defenders to overcommit when they're trying to run them off the 3-point line. Once again, Quickley with the easy bucket. So now here we are with the next play. You're going to see Quickley bringing the ball up. You see Randall. Randall starts to attack the basket. We got a pass to Frank. Now we have a pass to Obi. Now watch. Once again, the Pistons have to close out and have to run Quickley off the 3-point line. And when this happens, you're going to see space be created. And this is a problem that the New York Knicks are having when we have a lineup that doesn't either have a elite point guard or a lineup full of shooters in order to give the team the proper spacing for these guys to attack. So as we continue to watch, you see he travels, so we weren't able to really benefit off this play. But just look at what happens. Because the defender had to close out, Quickley is able to attack the basket. And right now, if you look, RJ Barrett would be open for what would be a wide open three. So if this play were to continue and Quickley was aware of what was going on the court, you would expect Quickley to then drop the ball off or pass the ball to RJ, and RJ would then have the ability to shoot an open three. So this one was unsuccessful because he traveled, but those are rookie mistakes, and that's something he's going to have to work through. So now here we go with the next play. You're going to see Randall fake the screen. He's going to seal out the mismatch. And then you're also going to see Obi set a pick here as well. Oh, that's not Obi. I'm sorry. That's Frank Nitti. You're going to see Frank Nitti set a pick. You see the team use Frank Nitti setting picks a lot in the game, in both the first game and the second game. So now Quickley has the ball. We have a screen set by Obi. And watch what happens. Look how many defenders Quickley draws to him because he has that ability to shoot. This is not something you see when you see the pick and roll run with DSJ. You don't see this when the pick and roll is one with Frank Nitti too often. They are typically much softer in their defense. But here you see 3 Piston defenders attacking the ball carrier. And what that's going to do is it's going to leave Obi open on the ring. And this is going to give Obi a wide open shot in the little pick and pop. Nice little 2-man game from these 2 rookies. And Obi, one of the easiest three-point shots he made he attempted in that whole game, initiated because the defense was overly aggressive in defending Quickley because he's a great 3-point shooter. So now let's go on to the 5th play. Now watch. So because the Knicks have been making some jump shots up until this point, well, they made a few. So Quickley's on the court now, and you're seeing the defense respecting the Knicks as shooters a lot more. They're starting to try to pull themselves back from this deficit. So you can see players or defenders are on their man. They're no longer playing that zone because, as you can see from the previous plays, the Knicks were starting to break down that zone. And you can see the Pistons adjusted and they switched back to man. So as the play continues to develop, you're going to see now that we have man, look how much space is actually in the paint, because the Pistons defense is now starting to respect the Knicks as shooters. Obi just hit that three the play before, if I'm not mistaken, and you're seeing the Pistons reacted immediately. They're now playing man-to-man primarily, and as you can see, the paint is wide open for Julius Randle to operate for now. But watch as the play develops. So Julius Randle is going to start driving to the paint, and you can see immediately the defense decides that they're going to double team. And this is Frank Nitty's man who's going to initiate the double team. And as this play progresses, you're also going to see RJ Barrett now cut to the basket. But when RJ cuts, he's also going to bring his defender. And you would think RJ's cutting because he sees Julius Randle about to be double teamed. And we all know what happens when Julius Randle gets double teamed. He usually shoots. So I'm guessing RJ said, yo, let me crash this offensive rebound because it may be the only way I'll score on this possession. But lo and behold, as the double team starts to arrive and as RJ cuts it becomes a triple team, damn near, you're going to see Frank Nitty get open. And you're going to see Frank Nitty open and look at Derrick Rose. Now, let me start by saying I don't expect Derrick Rose to close out on Frank Nitty, especially in a preseason game. Defensively in preseason games, Derrick Rose is just there so he won't get fined. So in real life, during a regular season game, you may expect a defender to close out a little bit more aggressively. But in this game, you're going to see Derrick Rose decide he would rather stick with Quickley, who is the better three-point shooter, than chase down Frank Nitty, because if he chases down Frank Nitty, all Frank Nitty's going to do is pass the ball to Quickley, who would be the better shooter, and that's what the Knicks would want. But the Pistons, they want Frank Nitty, they want DSJ, they want Kevin Knox. They would prefer these players to shoot the three as opposed to a marksman like Quickley. So we're going to see Derrick Rose, he kind of fakes as if he's going to close out, but then he decides, yeah, I'm going to stick with Quickley. And because Frank Nitty is wide open, he's able to take his time, make the shot. And you look how much space is it between Frank Nitty and Derrick Rose. So you can see that Quickley's effect on the court is giving these players open looks, open shots. And that's something that we should expect to see more of if Quickley is getting more opportunities to play. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you like this style of video, let me know. I will try to do more of these and try to analyze or give some analysis on what some of these rookies are doing, as well as some of these vets. So let me know how you feel about this style of video down in the comments. Once again, I'm Quis, host of Sports Vibes TV, and I'm out.